Okay, so this is the multiplayer sim. I'm in here by myself, but the reason I'm showing this to you is this is the one asset that I have that has very, very small bit of functionality. It's the starter button, so you should be able to hear it when it powers up. And I also wanted to walk you through some of the detailed parts of this asset. So it has a sound effect when it's activated, and the same likewise when it's deactivated. The sound comes off. Now we can change that sound. We can take audio samples from the actual device. We can also create functionality for the dust covers and buttons and switches and dials that the real device has. We can also simulate plugins, anything along those lines. The screen here can be populated with functional readout display. The latches and hinges can be made to be functional as well. The coating can be made to suit any exterior needs as far as labeling, decals, things to that effect. We can also simulate wear and tear if we wanted to create something a little bit more realistic. Same thing goes for these doors here. We can also create keys and a functioning rotating lock system. Again, the hinge points here you can take note on. We can make all of that functional. We can also make these door keepers when the door flies open and stays in the open position. We can simulate wind, weather, rain, day, night. We can also simulate troubleshooting scenarios for the student. We can create flat tires that have to be detected. Functionality for the mechanisms in the trailer with regard to hitching it up to a truck. We can make this dolly hand crank functional. We can make the chains have functionality. The plugs, the tail lights, checking the beacon lights, the turn signals, all of that can be simulated as well for any potential need for doing checkoff and proficiency exams for potential users for in the field. Sound effects, as I mentioned before, not just the generator functioning, running, but we can also create different sound effects for different running procedures, like if the device is under massive load, moderate load, or set to low idle. We can have it engage to high idle to respond to higher capacity loads. Whatever the real device does, we can make this device do, or other devices. I mean, I understand that you guys have larger machines, much larger than this. As far as the internals, we can populate the inside of the device with an engine, along with all the maintenance functionality that would be needed to train the operator, oil check, dipstick, coolant check, with various capabilities as far as measuring fluid levels and things like that. So that's basically a closer look at some of the basic functionality. But again, we can, and this is just a real quick simulation of some of the functionality. Now this is a very generic button. We can make them look a lot better than that, but just to walk you through the functionality of it. So that is the functioning, the most basic functioning version of the sim that we have for the generator.